Hi everyone, McBeard here, back with another Legends of Runterra preview video. We are in Preview Season 2 with Expeditions, but of course we have some constructed play as well, and I'm revisiting one of my favorite decks and my favorite region, Shadow Isles. Self-kill, that kind of stuff, self-kill units, and also hard control as well as being able to close out the game with more bodies than your opponents can block. And you can get in the early damage as well with really sick combos, like the Cursed Keeper into the Ravenous Butcher. Ravenous Butcher kills the Cursed Keeper, and then you have a 3-2 and a 4-4 on the board. Really great way to start off the pressure. And then you get into the mid game where you're playing your Allegiance unit. This is why you want to play Mono Shadow Isles. Gives you an extra body that also buffs every other Mist Wraith in your deck. And while this may not be the best card in the game, I think that having multiple bodies, especially Mist Wraiths, which are fearsome and harder to block than most cards, you need to block it with a 3 or more power creature. These things are just ways to get in the early damage because the late game with this deck is so difficult to deal with. Let's talk about that. First of all, I am running one Ethereal Remitter in this version of the deck just because I wanted to try this sort of evolve effect, and it actually had a really cool interaction in the gameplay you're going to see. And this deck, this gameplay really showcases the Rekindler. The Rekindler is a very, very good card with a very controllable range, and the text that says when I am summoned, not when I am played. So there are lots of ways to summon this card, specifically Spectral Matron, but anything that can bring it back from the graveyard, when it comes back, it has its summoning effect, so that's very important. Wrath of the Sunderer keeps your opponents from having bodies for the blockers that they will need to live. Vengeance keeps control. Commander Ledros takes a slower game and speeds it up in the end when you really, really need it. And Spectral Matron is just a fantastic unit, being able to play a Wrath of the Sunderer, a Rekindler, or a Commander Ledros. Even though you only get the summon effect from the Rekindler, you're still fine getting an extra body for an attack. But you'll notice that the Spectral Matron, Commander Ledros, Wrath of the Sunderer, and your Mist Wraith are all fearsome. And while that is usually not that big a deal, if your opponent can't assign a blocker, that's really a big deal. So taking more blockers away from your opponent is kind of the point of this deck. You always have attackers that your opponents can't block, and you have a lot of attackers that are harder to block in the first place. And you have a hard time blocking when all your stuff is dead. Check out this deck. I had a great time playing it today. If you're new to the channel because of Legends of Runterra, please like and subscribe. You're going to see more stuff from me on this game. I also play a little Gwent as well, and I'm sure that we'll be having some interesting stuff to talk about for both of these games as we approach 2020. Thanks so much for watching, my friends. I'll see you next time. Let's play some Constructed. I really like this Shadow Isles Allegiance. The Undying is probably not very good because Callista has been changed, but we will see. Yeah, Rekindler is so good. Yeah, let's just play this deck. I think this deck is like super fun. The middle ground, the ground of easy to use and complexity. Yeah, I mean that's what you need, right? That's how you unite the tribes. Oh, we don't want any of these, I don't think. Bit better. No action. That's good for us.
What's that noise?
All right. Great draw for us right here.
I must get out of here.
Just attack now while he has no blocker. I think that's probably better. Nexus damage is very precious later in this game.
Oh, yes. Details of visitors.
Lots of passing, lots of things not happening on our opponent's side. He has 6 spell mana though, and that's that could mean that he's playing.
The world's a big place. Let's see all of it. Watch and learn.
Oh, skip block? Why does it... If I can't block it, just make it happen, dudes. Just make it happen. gonna shoot the Nexus? Okay. I don't want to use Vile Feast on any of my units, personally. But it is an option. I do have the option to do that. So we can kill Ezreal this turn with Grasp. We have 7 mana, so we can play Grasp and Vile Feast. We also can just kill something with Vengeance, but that's very heavy-handed. See if we can get 2 points in here. I want him to spend his mana. This is good. So this is good for us because this means not only will we get we'll just get units back. We just get a better board back. But also our opponent has no more mana. So we can just safely just kind of kill Ezreal here, I think. I mean, he could have had a combat trick, I think, that could have saved him, but I don't think with these... Not with these regions. Not with these regions. All right, now we're going into... Well, we're on defense now, but we have the board here. We're starting to get late game, and late game is pretty scary. So the Ethereal Remitter. This card is great. I have one of them in here. Evolves a unit.
Answers, I have them.
Oh, I would like to kill that, though. So this would, the Ethereal Remitter would turn this into a 3-cost unit, would turn this into a 4-cost unit. This is already overstated for what it is, so I would never change it. I think the way I win this is by playing Vengeance right now. Because, like, look at the way, like, and then I'm dropping Hecarim into my attack turn. I think we just don't want him to get anything going. Just don't want him to get anything going.
Added to the bug list.
Added to the bug list. Now we're attacking in for 5 right here. That's pretty good. But I think we would just play Hecarim now. Or we could play Hecarim at the end of our next turn. Get that precious 5 damage here. I think I'm just going to play Remitter on the Spider. I mean, playing Hecarim on curve is really what we want to do, but... I think it's just going to be like Remitter. Ooh, playing many a spell here, my friends. Vile Feast to drain and Static Shock. He's still... Alright, hold on. Yeah, I'll just let all this happen. I mean, also, Wraithcaller and Vile Feast are also great ways to end this. I'm going to kill this, actually. I don't want him to have anything on the board at all. Like, at all. Anything that's a blocker is... kind of threatens the way I can win this game. So going into the end of this, we want to drop Hecarim going into our attack. Oh, we got 2 Hecarim. The amount of interactivity during your opponent's turn. Yeah, it's always so engaging. Like I'm always doing something. But it still is like, and it's kind of like, instead of acting on your opponent's turn like in Magic, well, this is acting on my opponent's turn. This would be acting on my opponent's turn. But now it is my action. Like how it gives you action priority back and forth like that. So he's used all his men and he hasn't attacked yet. I'm pretty sure it's Hecarim here.
The shadow approaches.
2 Scrap Scuttlers. Alright. No attacks here. So we can only attack with 6 units, and Hecarim creates 2 units when he attacks. So this spider is something that I'm hoping to figure out. Now this also can only be blocked by the 5/5, so I want to put this on. This also is a good blocker because it'll trade. Chaotic Nick, thanks so much for the sub, my friend.
Commandos!
You know what? I could have put an extra unit here. Little NA math, my friends. Chaotic Nick, you can put a little McB math into the chat because I just made I made a small error. XG, good to see you. Oogla V, how you doing? Hecarim attacks for 10 damage on turn 6. Holy shit. What a card. And he's so hard to kill, too. And he's Overwhelm. Alright, it all happens here. Boom, boom. 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 I haven't even done anything this turn. Ah, this is very good, the Withering Wail. Very good, very good. Very good, very good. Now I have another Hecarim. I also have the Ethereal Remitter, which is pretty dope because he turns into a 6-mana creature. There's also Rasa, which will just kill this, but I want to hold Rasa for later. Spectral Matron is also interesting, but I don't have like the best, like Rekindler is what I would want.
Sacrifice for a freak.
Whoa! Whoa! Turned it into a Rekindler, which has the amazing text of when I am summoned, not played, when I am summoned, and actually brings Hecarim back on the board. See, I said the Rekindler is really good with Spectral Matron because it's the same idea. You summon the copy of it, and when you summon it, it does its thing. This is crazy good right here. That's crazy good. And we still have mana. That was dirty. That was dirty right there. So this card is a real pain in the ass for the opponent. Demacian and Shadow is pretty good. Shadow Isle Demacia. I think Demacia has great combat units. Like just lots of good combat stuff. How is everybody this beautiful Saturday afternoon? Hope you're well. Hope it's not too snowy, too icy where you are. I already did. I walked the dog today. It was a hazardous, treacherous, Death Stranding-esque situation. Straight up kill on Hecarim. Boy, he's going to be pretty upset when I just play Hecarim right now, won't he?
Send me to battle.
Can't kill him. Hecarim forever. Send me to battle. This guy's going to be so sad next turn. All right, so check this out. I'm going to play Ravenous Butcher. Wait. Am I? But I think it might just be better if I just attack right now with all this. It's probably just, let's not do any, no tricks needed, right? How about we just do all this right now with 13 mana in the bank? We'll just set him up. He needs to block 6 damage to live. Can he? He could be casting a spell, though, too. Yep. Ooh, 2 spells. Grasp. Static Shock. Let's go. Got him on the ropes, my friends. We got him on the ropes. But the thing is, now we can play Rasa. Oh, he's passing. Yeah.
Lady Elise, where are you?
Callista. So now he's playing into Rasa on like, this is very bad for him. Whatever he as long as he plays 2 units and allows me to play my Ravenous Butcher, which he can't stop, he loses whatever units he plays. He's in a complete screwed situation from what I understand. I think when I was playing draft yesterday, I said some stuff like this, like, there's no way my opponent can win, and they find the way to win. But I do think here, he'll play a unit, I'll kill one of my units. He'll play another unit, I'll play Rasa to kill both of those units. That's what's going to happen here. So Heimerdinger. Okay, now I play Ravenous Butcher to kill this. He plays any other unit. And Rasa will definitely kill Heimer because he cares about the power level. Heimer will have the lowest or the second lowest power level at 1. No doubts. Yeah. Which game do I prefer? Gwent or Legends of Runeterra? You have to understand they're very different games. They both use cards. That's like it. It's like the only it's like the only similarity. I'll let this happen. I'm gonna pass, and he's gonna play his 5/1, and then I'm gonna play Rasa and kill it. He has to play this from hand, or it disappears. So I know it's coming. Yeah.
Also design enables rapid projectile firing.
And here come the tears.
For us, the living cavalcade.
Here come the tears.
Join us.
Join us. Wow, yeah, we shut this guy right down with this deck. Woo! That Rekindler stuff, oh my goodness. It was winnable. I made 2 big mistakes in that game. It was really winnable. I think because of what's going on here, I'm actually going to keep the Undying this time. I want to just get a feel of if this card is really... Seems okay, but it can't block, right? So it's hard for it to die. You have to kill it most of the time, or your opponent has to choose to block it. Rekindler. Rekindler, well, we already know what the Rekindler can do for us.
Explosives primed.
Did exhibition earlier and someone kept buffing this 1 mana 3/2. Oh yeah, yeah. The 3/2, the 1 mana 3/2 Noxus minion is really strong, and the 3 mana 5/4.
Everything's in place.
So this is Noxus aggro for sure.
How can I help? I learned that in class.
This is going to be a pretty cool. This is going to be a pretty cool turn here. So I still have 3 mana. That's fine. So I'm going to kill it. It's going to respawn. Wow, this aggro deck is the real deal right here. No blockers. Ooh, I'm fucked. I am fucked.
They'll never see it coming. Behind you.
Yeah, got nothing here. We can stabilize, I think. We might be able to stabilize here.
Just you and me, Fishbone.
We can kill Jinx, which is why I mean stabilizing is now killing Jinx. Y'all done? Y'all done, buddy? I mean, I think this card's bad. Revive me at the start of the round. If he came back right away, it'd be a different story, I guess. Here comes the pressure. Here comes the pressure. Because every unit has vigilance in this game, as in there is no, when you attack with a unit, it doesn't disable them for any other action or any other thing in this game. It makes aggro just generally a little worse because the slowness of the mid-range in this game, it's not as slow. The mid-range is faster in this game. That's why you can just have a whole board full of attackers and close the game if your opponent has no blockers on turn 6, just like that. So forcing these trades here. He had an okay start, but no Trifarians or anything crazy. But he got a lot of damage on me early. Finished God of War? Yeah, I did. I finished like the last boss. I have to do the multiple time stuff and kill the last 2 Valkyries. Sorry, the last 3 Valkyries. And then I'm done. And then I'm totally done. But I'll New Game Plus it maybe for fun. Hey, Macaroni. New Game Plus is pretty cool. We need to get a champion on the board so the Rekindler is active. So we'll do that next turn. Play Hecarim on the defending turn. Didn't bother with the Valk? Yeah, I did everything. Oh, I did it all. Yeah, we finished it up. It was interesting. It was a great story they told, but they really were just doing... It was just all stage setting. Like, it was all stage setting for the future. I think. Do I want spell mana for Vengeance? Well, I'm going into turn 6 and I'd still have 1 spell mana, so I just don't think I want to play this. I just want a better board than Dandy Penguin. So we can immediately respond with Vengeance to kill whatever.
Jinx stands for Jinx.
Yeah, we'll kill this. Can't be having Jinx on the board. That's a great way to die. I will block the Saboteur.
Everything's in place.
Even though it's a bad trade for me, I'll still do it. Hecarim time. So we come in, we're swinging in with a ton of damage now. Our opponent needs to play a blocker or something, but like, it's not really a lot that my opponent can do here to like really reduce the damage of my board. And if Hecarim dies, the Rekindler is activated.
I'm on the verge of something.
I want Hecarim to die in this exchange, so I can rekindle next turn at the end and then go into an attacking turn with Hecarim already on the board. Coming at ya. So he'll make this block, and the Rekindler is activated. It's so good. Death Stranding. So here, yeah. So I was actually talking about this. I'd like to do a vote. There's only 13 people in the chat right now, but I would like to do a vote in one of my maybe more popular streams about this. I want to play Resident Evil 2 Leon Story. That's like the next thing, I think, for sure. We're going to do that. We play Resident Evil Leon Story. And then we play possibly... I hear the game Control is very good. I heard that Neo is a very good game. It's not new, but I've never played it. This card's going to be so dope.
Lady Elise, where are you?
Death Stranding? Yeah, Death Stranding, I mean, it could be my kind of game. It really could be my kind of game. I just don't know. It's like, is it good? Is it fun to watch? Do you guys find that it's a fun game to watch? It really does look interesting, and you know I like me some Kojima. And I mean, I don't mind if, like, it seems... Wow, he got all the Jinxes. Well, this is really sad for him, I guess. Do I kill it, or do I just play Rekindler to bring Hecarim back? I think I'm just bringing Hecarim back here. can always kill it later.
Candle for every soul.
For every soul. Rekindler's so busted. I think this card is a little too good. Seems really good. It's a slow game, but it's very tense. I'm fine with, like, it's not really about if a game's fast or slow or.
I'll give you to the counter.
All right, well, we'll be able to kill her with Vengeance next turn, I guess. He's dead, right? There's nothing he can do to stop dying from, like, the attack. The attack that I have on... This is what I wanted, right? Get Hecarim out there, flip it around. And it's just not going to be enough.
Now it's a party.
This is not going to be enough. Just not enough blockers. Just not enough blockers, my friends. That's Legends of Runeterra. This was cool. This was cool. This was like a show off of the aggro almost got us, but we stabilized really well in this game. You know what? I think I would play every single game, but I would need to actually have like a donation bar for it because I can't afford to buy all these games to play them because when I play these games, I don't it's not really the kind of content that makes me money. So it's like I'm really doing it for me. But I mean, it's more so like if I wanted to just take time off and not play card games. Do I stop streaming? Like, I want to stop streaming. Just to make it as sad as it possibly can be. So all this carries over. The 4 damage goes through the block. Wow, what a smash! What a smash up that was.